man, yo, wait for it. Coming on.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
Welcome to MAD Liberians. In this video, you will find a few tips that will help you when painting in your home. If you watch this video to its end, you will find out why I call this channel MAD Liberian. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the official launching of this channel, March 22nd, 2022. Okay, my peoples, my LIB people. Let me act like young boy now. There's an old man here trying to act like young boy. A friend of mine needed some work done. His wife is out of town. He needs this living room, the dining room, and the hallway painted. I'm retired. He called me in. This guy has helped me a whole lot. He used to be my accountant, help my business stuff. And let me give him my accolades. He hardly charged me anything to do my work over the years. So why am I going to hit him hard for this? I'll go light on him. But anyway, I'm over here now. Let me introduce you to what I do. When I'm painting a place, this is not my profession, but I have a couple of properties and I like to do some of my work myself. When I'm doing a place like this, I want the room empty. All right? No pictures on the wall, all the outlets sticking out, all the cover for the outlets sticking out, you know, all these things come off. Put my drop cloth down, that's what you see on the floor right here. Raise the blade, thank you. All right, thank you, sir. All right, now I like to be organized. I'm not the most organized person in the world, but I find that if your area is clean, it's safer to work in a clean area, and it's easier because you can move around freely and do things. Get all your equipment, your supplies lined up. All the preparation I did, I still forgot some things at home. All right? So, and that's because I don't have everything in its place in my garage. That's what I call organization, when you have everything in its place. Hey, I'm learning. I was busy as heck throughout all my life, my work life, and I didn't have time to really do that stuff. But folks, my advice is take time to do that stuff, because once you get yourself organized, it saves time. All right? People always say, oh, I don't have the time. But organize yourself, you will have the time and even more time. Okay. Most of my stuff is lined up here. Starting over here, this old container with a little water in it. In front of it is a rag, because when I'm painting, I like to work with a damp rag in case I get paint on something that I don't want to paint on, and I can wipe it off. His various paints are here. This is a little thing here. I'll bring it up to you. All right. This is used to open the paint cans. But we all know if you don't have this fancy little tool, use a screwdriver or even a quarter. We'll open it. All right. You got the ceiling paint, the wall paints. In the hallway would be a two-tone, so up and down paint. So that's why we have all these cans of paint, different colors. Then you have paint for the roof work. Next, I have over here is a fan. Let me zoom in. Bring the camera down. Over here is a fan, and I would leave this fan in the window in case I get oversprayed. A lot of spray dust in the air. I will be spraying this place, not rolling or brushing it. That's why I brought the fan, in case so it's blow the air out. Next to it, I have to drink water. Water bottle, I don't drink enough water. And this here is an insert to fit. That's a spare one. This is the one I'm going to use. That fits inside of the tray. So if I decide I'm going to use a brush or a roller, I will pour some paint in here and use that for the brush and the roller, mainly for the roller. I have an 18-inch roller, not those little baby things. I have an 18-inch roller because it covers a lot of space when you're rolling. I didn't bring that because I intend to spray this wall. This is my spray gun attachment. I brought out this wrench here. So I put the hose on, I can tighten it. I picked this up last summer. Okay? Didn't cost, I mean, yeah, a little bit of money. But the first job I did for a friend, I want to do work for friends and family. As I said, I'm retired. And last year I was helping a friend of mine. I was doing his lady's house. And that's when I realized, I said, you know what? I didn't retire so I can work every day. Give me a job once a month, once every 2 months. That's fine with me. No, not once every 2 months. Once every 2 weeks, I'll be fine with it. All right. Now over here, you got this. This is the paint goes in here. This here is the hose and the spray gun. It goes on the end. And I bought a little paintbrush. Let me take it out of here so you see. It comes in this little thing here that you can, that will has a Velcro on it. All right. And one of these I use when you see how it's shaped? I use it for cutting the edges. I'm painting down here like this, and I don't want to get paint on the radiator. I just cut it like that. That's what you call cutting it in. Okay, and you have some mixers to stir the paint if it's not stirred, but he took it back to the place he bought it from, which is right around the corner. When I say right around the corner, I mean right around the corner. Philadelphians tend to say right around the corner, and they're talking about half an hour walk. Okay, he's like less than 5 minutes walk from here. So, that's that. I like to have a pair of scissors around for cutting tape or paper or plastic. You got some masking tape. When I'm masking tape, painter's tape. Got a roll of plastic here. I cut some off the roll to cover, let me see, to cover the windows. Because when I'm spraying, I don't want to spray on the window. Not in the frame. I'll bring it right over here. Pick it up. Okay, this is a Bluetooth hookup. Control the camera over there from this phone. This, I've already put some plastic on this window so spray won't get on, overspray won't get on it. Just on the windows, not on the frame, because I'm taking the frame. Let me turn this Bluetooth mic on. The sound quality will change. All right, well over here, I've taped up the windows. I haven't done that one yet. I've taped up all this fireplace stuff. I took the air vent down, the duct from up here down. I have along the baseboard on this side here, taped up to the drop cloth, because when you spraying, air would blow and try to move the cloth. Okay, and what I'm gonna do also is take a can of paint and sit it on top of the cloth to help weight it down. When I get near it, I will move it. This paint here, put one over here. I think I'm going to turn it upside down, but it is closed properly. It's not going to leak because I don't want, there's a label on top that tells you what type of paint it is. Give you the paint code and all of that. Now, I think that's about it there. I'm getting ready to take my paint and pour it in here. Let me put this wrench over here to help weigh it down. In the middle. So I'm gonna open up my paint, put the paintbrush out of the way. Get these things out of my way. And I have done all the trimming around the paint, along the tape. The part that was stuck to the wall, I removed that also, so that's out of the way. When I use a blade to scribe it, so I'll have a nice clean cut. Got some extra tape here, move that out of the way. And pour the paint in. Since the place, the supply store is right around the corner, he took all the cans of paint over there and they shook them up. They got a little shaker and they shook it all up. Now let's open this bay. If you didn't have one of those and the paint been sitting a long time after they mixed it, you need to get one of these sticks, stir it up. Or they do have these little mixer you can put on the end of your drill and clean that out. So I need this brush. Where is the brush? Okay, I need this brush. This is what I do, and I pour it in here. I always pour from the side that don't have any information that you need. So you don't have to clean that off paint-wise. This baby is thick. I hope this gun can spray it. Well, if it can spray stucco paint, I'm sure it can spray this. All right, this is what I use the brush for, just to clean up in the channel here, so your top will fit on properly. All right, now I can put my top on and not worry about some of the things that happen if you don't do that. Normally, if I have my shoes on, well, these socks, I don't care about them. I just step on the can one time. All right, and it's closed tight. Always close your paint can, all your supply cans, like your joint compound, stucco, spackle, whatever. Close them up tight. And that way, your product will last a lot longer. I'm going to stick this brush in here and clean it off, you know, yeah, so it won't dry up on you. Okay, let's try this. Let me see what's going to happen here. My other coveralls had pockets in them. This one don't, so I don't care too much for this. I want to be able to put my stuff in my pockets when I'm working. So I'm going to stick my phone in here so I don't get overspray on it. First, let me set up the camera out of the way. Maybe I can put it back here. Let me see what we got. Do I have that wall? And take it up there. And a little bit over to this side. Take it up. Zoom back out. Okay, there we go. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a minute. All right, folks, what I did, I ran water through this before coming on the job, and I sprayed it, and that will clear just to make sure the lines are nice and clean. So as the water is spraying out now. Once the water is out of the line, so right now, purging the line. There you go, paint's coming out now. There we go. I think we're ready now. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And this thing spray, you can change the direction of this spray, whether you want it wide this way going across, or you want it this way going up and down. So there you go. So folks, I think I will start over here and work to the other end, all right? Now I'm gonna change this around so we can go up and down. What's Murphy's Law? Yeah. Do you know Murphy's Law? What can go wrong? Will go wrong. This life, love it. Can't get frustrated over stuff. Just gonna keep on pushing ahead. All right, here we go. You know, I better watch this out just in case that's clogged up too. Okay, I'm still having SD card space problems, so I changed to 2.7K, and I've started painting already. So, all right, here we go. Back to the spray job. I started in this corner. Okay, this baby clogging up again. So what I will do is turn this around in the opposite direction and spray it, clear it out. All right, let's see what we got. I don't like this. This is becoming problematic. Becoming problematic. Turn this off. All right, back to the drawing board. Folks, that's the way you do it. I know you don't need to see me do the whole job, but it's overlapping the ceiling. Doesn't matter because I'm going to paint the ceiling next. Once this dry, I would tape it off and then paint the ceiling. I'm going to drop plastic down here. That way I can spray the ceiling also. But I should have a hat on my head because if you don't have a hat on, you're going to get paint in your head. All right? So I will turn this back on when I have finished this wall and finished some of this stuff. You get a general idea? That's the way you do it. All right, my people, we are done for the day. Walls are done. Have not done the ceiling yet. Ceiling gonna be done tomorrow. Nice and great. The biggest part of this job is the prep. Any job. If you get your prep work done correctly, the finished product is easy. Painting was easy. The painting part would have taken about 15 minutes to paint this whole room, other than the ceiling. Would have taken about 15 minutes if I didn't have to stop over in that corner by the door and take things down that should have been taken down prior to me starting to paint, and some patches on the walls had to be finished off. Otherwise, I would have been done in about 15 minutes with a sprayer. Now, if you don't have the money to buy a sprayer, I would suggest you save up and get it, because in the long run, you will make more money, because it's going to cut down time. Time is money. Time is money. It's going to cut down on the time you spend with this, and this would be the next step. This is a roller I have. It can go from the regular size all the way up to 18 inch. Spread this out. You can get an 18-inch roller up in here. And if you can't afford a sprayer, get an 18-inch roller. It has an extension on it. Push this button in right here. See that? You can reach up to the ceiling, get that done, reach on the tall wall, and go up and down, go this way, and get your job done. All right, so I brought this just in case things didn't work, because that sprayer was acting up a little bit, was getting clogged up in the beginning. So I brought that as a backup. Okay, make sure, it's very key. Let me zoom in on me. It is key. Oh, get this over here. Damn. When I say key, it is absolutely important. Man, this thing gave me more gray hair. No, that's the overspray. I should have worn a hat. I do have a full face mask with a shield and all that I will use for something like this. But anyway, it is very, very important that you take care of your tools. Your equipment is very important. That's your money maker. For you Liberians, my fellow Liberians, this is what I find. I went and got myself a little piece of land in Liberia, away from the big cities and stuff like that. But every time I send money home, to clear the land, to keep the bushes down, you have to buy cutlasses and stuff like that. Makes no sense. Take care of your equipment, and you can use them for years and years and years. I got tools that I've had for 30 years. I have a paint gun that I use to paint cars. I've had for 30 to 40 years. When you finish, clean your stuff and put them up. This here is where you put the paint. You pour the paint in here. That's all cleaned up. My brush is clean. Now I'm going to put my brush right back in here. This came with the brush. So you take the brush, clean it, slide it up in here, right? Close this up like that. Bring this down, and there's the Velcro on it, if it will work, and it keeps it in. Now, if you don't have a brush like this, when you finish cleaning it, and I'll show you how to clean it, get some newspaper or something, right? And then wrap your brush in it neatly. Don't roll it in flat. Bend the end up and squeeze, twist it around the handle, and keep your brush like that. Now, cleaning the brush. Water. In water, just do it like that. Get a bucket of water, a pail of water, and do it like that. Get all this stuff out. When you figure it's clean enough, you shake it like this. Get all the water out of it. If you still have particles of paint on it, because sometimes the paint will dry on it. If you still have particles on it, you get a wire brush if you have one. I know these things might be hard to come by back home, but you get a wire brush and you run the wire brush through your bristles on the brush. Yeah, I should be up here. Can't see it. Through the bristles of the brush. Do it this size like this, like that. Get your brush nice and clean. Take your hand, do that so all the bristles will be nice. Spend money on your equipment. If you buy those cheap brushes, they will not last. You buy something decent like this. I have brushes that I've had for over 5 years, done a lot of jobs around my house with it. But right now, some of those things are with my son's house because he's fixing his house up. So I had to go and buy this one. All right, when you finish that, you clean it up all the way up to here. And here's the tip. When you're using the brush to paint, only dip the paint on the brush about 1 inch up the brush, right? Do not go all the way up to here. Not necessary. This part will not do any painting for you. Only go up to here and get your little strokes in, up, down, work the paint out of the brush. When you finish painting a certain area, move to an area that needs to be painted, another area that doesn't have any paint on it, and that helps clean the brush. When you do that on that area that you're about to paint, then you dip it again and go back and work it, right? Have you seen, what's the thing called, the movie? Karate Kid? Wipe on, wipe off. That's the motion you do when you're painting, with your hand motion like that. Wipe on, wipe off. Wipe on, wipe off. And when you're painting, just like I'm spraying, I use the 50% overlap. Meaning if I spray a paint this wide, when I go, say the brush cover all my fingers like this, when I come back, I come halfway over like that. That's how I paint. Same thing with spraying. When you spray and it's this wide, the next spray would be half of that and come back half of that. That way you don't get any streaks. All right? That's my story, and it's sticking to me. Folks, if you like what you see, hit the subscription button. Also, share my videos. Let the people know. I'm going to change the name of this channel. I just started a couple of days ago. I'm going to change it from MAD Liberians to you MAD in Liberia. You MAD in Liberia. And this is really a call to action to my people. You MAD in Liberia means you, M stands for make, A stands for A, D stands for difference, then you have in Liberia. You make a difference in Liberia. All right? That means get up and do something, man. You see a piece of trash in the street, pick it up and put it in the proper place. You see somebody in your neighborhood needs something, help them. Our people are very gracious. Our people are very kind. Our people are very loving. Let's keep this up. All right? Don't follow the Western ways. Everybody for themselves and God for nobody. That's the way they think. Take the our way. Help your people. I remember a time, if I'm cutting my farm, now I don't remember that time, but I heard of the time. If I'm building my little hut, somebody will kind of help me build my hut. We singing, we dancing, we working together. Let's keep that type of stuff up. That is what it means to be a Liberian. That's what it means to be an African. Africa, Liberia.